Hello, welcome to Tech-Enabled Agent. I am your coach, Map Technology Coach Brett Jagrew. So we are going to get pretty darn right to class today. We have a special guest. We're going to fix a problem together so that way we can keep moving your business forward inside of Command. So let me welcome on my guest really quick. Julia, come on and join us.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, buddy. So you are going to, I guess, I'm so used to talking to you, I forgot to introduce you. Hey, Julia, introduce yourself.
Hi. Welcome, buddy. So I'm Julia Hurley. I work out of the Lenoir City, Knoxville, Tennessee office. I own the Just Homes group of Keller Williams Realty right here in Knoxville. So if you have any referrals, send them to Knoxville, Tennessee. Julia Hurley. The only 10 you'll see. Aha. That was hilarious.
Yes, Julia. All right, so I am going to ignore that joke and get straight to class. So Julia is joining us today. Actually, this is your third time joining us, so way to be our number one guest. She did something actually really amazing. I'm always looking for simple fixes that people find in the world. As you know, we've kind of run at our Mailchimp program, our problem here, so that way we can protect your businesses and keep you moving forward, building your platform business. So Julia came up with a solution that took her seriously 10 minutes to figure out. About how she can keep one audience and break them out with tags that will, now she has enough contacts that she cannot have MailChimp for free, but that can keep MailChimp for free for the vast majority of agents at Keller Williams. Is that fair?
Yeah, very fair.
Okay, so let's, first, and you can hang in there with me, Julia, let's look at what's new, huh?
Ooh,
so, hey,
I like new.
Yes, you have a team. And did you see the ability to configure team pipelines has been updated from Neil's
I
notes?
did. We actually sent our notes in to Neil today on what's working and what's not working for our team specifically. So that's been a really great update.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right. So, each team member can be associated with a specific opportunity and they'll see it in their individual pipelines. We have Rainmakers can decide if they want one pipeline for all team opportunities, individual pipelines for each team member or both. And in PieSync news, PieSync now connects to some real estate applications for free. That is BombBomb. Yes, here's one you use, BombBomb, Contactually, Dotloop, Follow Up Boss, Lions Desk, Mojo, and Rex all connect to PieSync now for free with your Command account. And of course, Command is still half price. Not Command, rather. PieSync is still half price for anyone that signs up from Keller Williams. So you can keep that nice and cheap for you. Somebody was telling me my mic is muffled, but you hear me fine, right?
It's a little muffled.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to move it a little closer. Is that any better? All right. Okay, so let's get to class. All right, so this is all really good news. If you want to get your weekly tech updates, you can go to connect.com/page/tech-tool/tech-updates. Might want to take a photo of that screen. That can be hard to remember. So quickly, Julia, I pulled this list of the email marketing stats from HubSpot because this is what you did and this is what we're going to do today. So you can see here we have 40% of B2B marketers say email newsletters are the most critical to their content, right? 73% of millennials prefer communication for business to come via email. And what you did, number 17, marketers who use segmented campaigns note as much as a 760% increase in revenue.
Correct.
That's remarkable.
You must segregate your conversations.
You mean you can't send 12,000 people all the same communication?
I mean, you can. I would not recommend it, but you can do that.
Yeah, and so sometimes, as we get into what you did, sometimes it scares people. But in reality, you can still have a base set of communication and then segment off of that, right? So you can
100%.
have, your holidays can go to everybody, but, somebody just sold a home is not going to get the same touch about real estate as somebody that is about to buy a home in the next 6 months.
Correct. Or they shouldn't get the same information.
No, they shouldn't at all, right? And so let's get into our class. We're going to get an update on some free stuff to help you run your business. Julia is going to join us, and then Our
I love how
solution.
you wrote number 2. She uses one audience and a boatload of tags. I love that.
Well, it's true. And if you look at it at first, like when I first looked at this, when you told me about it, it looks super complicated. That's because there's a lot of
Moving parts.
visual pieces. But in reality, it was only a few steps to set up. The moving parts are automated.
Mhm.
So you have a boatload of tags. That is because you segmented your audience for buyer leads and seller leads based on year, past clients, VIPs, all that kind of stuff. So whether this is a solution for you to explore MailChimp or not, look at how Julia has been organized. And this should help you a lot with the way you think about your database. And if you want to really see the kind of what is the basis of our guest database, Julia has joined us before, and you can go back to our on-demand platform, fasttrack.mykajabi.com, and find Gary in the Box, to where Julia simply shows how she took paper slips and turned them into tags. And that lets you sell quite a few houses.
Yes. Yes. We don't want to go back to the days of the box. We actually finished completion of the box today. We are done and the box is gone. So it's very exciting, and also a sad moment because that box has been part of my business for 5 years. So it was a good day.
Wow. Was your 5-year goal to get rid of the box?
No.
Coach joke. Sorry, everybody. All right. So here's what you did, right? So you can help walk us through this, Julia. So in
Sure.
MailChimp, you created one audience, correct?
Correct. I took every single person inside of our command system, which is a little over 18,000 total email contacts, and I put it into one audience called Just Homes Group, period. So every person is in an audience. And then I actually separated out by a tag through PieSync. So inside of the one audience, because now we know that what has happened with MailChimp is that MailChimp has turned into their own CRM and has told agents of Keller Williams that we will no longer be free to all audiences. I think that the free is 2 or less. So inside of each of those audiences, I actually created a sync inside of PieSync per tag to add tags to the audience itself. So if it's tagged in Command 2018 buyer, it actually creates and updates a tag automatically in MailChimp called 2018 buyer inside the audience Just Homes Group.
Mm-hmm. And so you were scaring me for a second, not because I don't understand, but I was like, oh no, this might sound complicated. But in reality, you identified your niches in your business as you should.
Right.
Who your buyer and seller leads are, who your past clients are, who potential future clients may be, and you gave them a tag. Just like when you switch from the Gary in the Box method, and for those who don't know, it's a piece of paper that you move from the January box to the April box to the July box, terrible math, and you move it along throughout the 4 quarters of the year.
Yeah.
You can niche out your database in the riches and the niches, as I like to say. So let's show people, and I would suggest that we both take ourselves off the camera. Let's show people what that looks like.
Sure.
Right, so here we are in our friendly command screen. And we're actually in your command, and we're going to go up to settings.
Okay.
Now remember, we have taught everyone in this program before, hey, here is how you set up tags. You guys know that. This is what Julia's PieSync looks like. Looks familiar, I'm sure. And so I'm going to go click the edit pencil here and show everyone what that looks like. So you want to kind of describe this to us?
Absolutely. So make sure one thing happens here, that when you go to do this, that you have a list of the tags and they need to be exact, and then they need to be exact, meaning if it's 2019 buyer with a lowercase b, it needs to be exactly that same way, period, or you will not be able to two-way sync it. So basically you can set this up per tag. So if a contact is in KW command and has tag 2016 seller, you're going to add a separate filter at the bottom of that and say, stop scrolling, please. If you're going to add a separate contract at the bottom of that and say, create a two-way sync between KW command and MailChimp and add tag. So you see the little monkey next to it, the little MailChimp himself, and add tag 2016 seller or whatever it is. So those tags look the same. They are the same. It is adding the tag to MailChimp for you. Then you go one step further. If a subscriber is tagged this in MailChimp, then it automatically adds that two-way sync into Command as well. So everything talks to each other.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, I actually pre-recorded this, Julia. I couldn't.
Oh, I understand. Scrolling. I don't know.
So as you can see here, though, like it is, we froze there for a second. It's in Command. It has a tag. And we'll get to the bottom here where we'll leave it at for a second so we can really talk people through it. And We're about to show you how to do this anyway.
Right.
You know, you have this really neat opportunity to create a really intentional database. So let's actually go show people how to do that. So pardon us while we click around here. And I am going to log into MailChimp. Except
Perfect.
I am going to, well, actually, we should approach this from Command, shouldn't we? So hold on. Let's start from the beginning. And we're going to first set this up inside Python. So I'm going to go to my settings, right?
Correct.
And then you're going to be able to talk, you're going to talk us through this in a second. For anybody that's watching that doesn't know,
well, if you don't already have all of this downloaded into MailChimp, we're not going to be able to do it from yours. If you have not created your audience from MailChimp to filter everything as one audience first, we will not be able to do it together today. So I can type this out step by step for sure.
Of course you can. So let me quickly, let's see, what do you think would be the best way to do is disconnect and reconnect us. So let's go down here. Here's how you connect your account. Just takes a second to load. I'm going to go find MailChimp. So I just typed in mail and it pops up. I can choose an existing account. You can see I set these two up. Or add a new account, which pop this window up over here, right? So you just simply log in as yourself. And now, right, Julia? So now.
Right. So you see that each one of those is actually a neighborhood. Those are neighborhood snapshots. Those are each creating one specific audience inside of MailChimp.
So you see here we have a test email list.
Correct.
And we can grab our people from that.
Okay.
Right? And so we would just hit next. And it prepares the sync.
You always want KW to win, by the way. So anything that you are syncing, make sure that is toggled KW Connect wins.
So you see here, what Julia is referencing is when a conflicting change is detected, just like KW win, because your command better be set up better than MailChimp. It's your database.
Yeah,
right?
It's your database. It's your money. Make sure your money wins.
Right. So let's talk through everyone. So here we are. We have KW command and MailChimp connected. You can see it just took those couple of clicks. So this is where the work begins for adding our tags. We click add filter, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then we
has tag.
Right? Has the tag. And then whatever that tag is, so my test tag is always awesome sauce.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And then you're going to add action.
Right? And then we're going to click add an action here. And then choose a MailChimp action.
You're going to choose the action. Hang on. Yeah.
I know.
Choose the action. Add
I
tag.
actually know how to do this, and I clicked the wrong thing.
Yes.
They're going to be, right?
Right. Add tag.
Voila. And then we select the tag.
Or create tag. Is there a create tag option?
There's not, but that's okay.
Then you need to go to MailChimp and create the tag inside of the audience.
So then we would show you that. So you make sure you have the tag set up already. Right? And then this is very important. Undo. If the contact doesn't have the tag awesome sauce, then remove it. Just like if someone's no longer a buyer lead currently, you might remove that tag from them, correct?
You're going to remove it from command. So once it's removed from command, it's automatically removed from MailChimp. Now, let me very much stress, if you remove someone from MailChimp as an unsubscribe, it does not remove them from command. Okay.
Exactly. That is very important to know. That is super important for everyone to know. If you notice the undo here, if the contact doesn't have a tag a buyer, then remove tag in MailChimp. then the other way around, subscriber has a tag, then sync it and add tag a buyer, KW. And if somebody unsubscribes, that is one of those things that people don't understand. That does not remove them from mail. That does not remove them from command.
Correct. It will remove the tag, but it will not remove the contact.
Mm-hmm. And so let's go look at what that looks like inside of MailChimp here. And the login is you, Julia.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Julia's audiences. Okay. All right, you can see they've all been brought in via pricing. This is one of the things that we actually like about MailChimp, which gives you this robust stats. And so if you see here, these are her top tags, right?
Correct.
You can target these tags specifically. So 2019 buyer lead, that's something you might want to drip on heavily.
Pretty much. There's a few of them in there.
Yeah. You can run a Facebook ad, you can create a postcard, you can create an email. You come in here and you can build an email directly to this audience.
Correct. So you're going to do only that recipient. This is the tag inside of your one free audience. This is the best possible way to use MailChimp currently with the command connection.
Yep. You can see here all of the many tags. Because a lot of times people tell me, well, you know, we just want to create a campaign. Okay, a campaign for whom?
Well, show them here where that says create tag. So again, make sure that when you create the tag name, that it is exactly the same as the tag that you have set up in command, or it will not sync.
So if we were to make, now I actually love that you said that, because you have some of your older tags have both lower and upper cases, right?
Correct. So they need to be the exact same. So if it has an uppercase B for buyer, it needs to have an uppercase B for buyer in MailChimp as well.
Yep. And you can see here, there's all your many tags.
Yes.
Julia has a lot of tags. You do not necessarily need to have this many tags to yourself, but if you really think about audiences, past clients, VIPs, your sphere, you start getting a decent amount of tags.
Yeah, this is the class that I teach when I travel, is how to set all of this up from day one as a new business, as a new agent. Where do I go from here? These are all great things to know how to do once you have a business established. But if you don't have a business established and all you have are lists of phone numbers and emails from people, where do you go from here? So this is one of those situations where setting up your command from day one properly with your client database and with your tags is going to be extremely important for the future of your business.
This is something I wanted to show everyone. We always like to prove it. You have two lists. One of them is back, I guess, the first attempt at a past clients list, and then it's pretty much everybody. Right?
Right. So the attempt at the list for the past clients was when you and I had started back in February trying to get Gary in the Box completed. Then we just found out, obviously, 2 weeks ago that MailChimp was no longer playing ball with us. So I just went ahead and I need to go ahead and delete that past client audience there. However, I just used the tag past clients, and now we have all of them in the Just Homes Group update audience as a whole. They are just a tag now.
And, if you had, a lot of times people might have experimented with this and they have 75 different audiences. You can combine them down here, right? You have all these neat options that, while this isn't a perfect solution, this helps bridge that gap without too much work, even though this looks like a bunch of work, without too much work between, say, now and when we know that new email solutions will be coming via KWRI and new partnerships and all that kind of stuff.
Correct. So currently I understand that we're working with MailJet. Do not go and start a campaign with MailJet. They're going to just supply that. But that will be our current new workaround. I know that Neil had announced that last Friday in Live Labs, latest in Labs. If you're not a member of the KW Command Facebook group, go there on Fridays and he will update you on everything that's going on Fridays after latest in Labs. So MailJet will be the next workaround. Currently, this MailChimp solution, since so many people downloaded and started a campaign inside of MailChimp in February after family reunion, this is the easiest and still free way for you to run your business using MailChimp.
Exactly. So we have a question here. And so Richard asked, so in MailChimp, I should create one audience, he capitalized one, I should create one audience and include my entire command database in that audience, then segment it by using tags.
Correct.
I thought Richard's question actually nailed exactly what you should do. That's why I asked it.
Yes.
So this is really, I love this solution, Julia. You essentially came in, we'll just show everybody, you came into settings, you went into good old PieSync, you came in here and you set up everything and you walked through creating the tagging.
Correct. I came up with the solution 10 minutes after the announcement came out that PieSync was going to be charging or MailChimp was going to be charging per audience, because I had sent out over 4,000 neighborhood snaps or about 4,000 neighborhood landing pages. So that was $1 per landing page. So I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I need to drop everything right now and find a solution to this, or I'm going to go broke on PieSync, right? So.
Yes, that would be quite the PieSync bill. So if you want to come join back here, thank you. So what would your first step be for everybody?
Yeah, so very first step, again, regardless of the ability to do this, and it depends on how many tags you have, is creating your system for your business. Same Gary has said it. He continues to say it. I know Jason Abrams is saying it in his coaching with TLs, is if your business doesn't have a plan, right? So the onboarding process with your TL as a new agent is, hey, here's your login and password for command, go sell a house. Well, we need to change that conversation. Okay, so here's some suggestions on tags. 2019 buyer lead, 2019 buyer, 2019 seller lead, 2019 seller, past client, military, VIP, luxury, and you name the months that you're going to follow up with them or tag the D2D, right? Those could be your tags. You want to maintain those tags in one place that's printable or inside of a Google Sheet, because everyone on your team needs to use the same tags. So you need to be able to have that. And again, let me stress the capital or not capital lettering. And then you'll go into your MailChimp account, that is free still, and sync all of your contacts into one audience. And you'll click on that one audience in MailChimp and you'll create tags based on the exact same tags that you created in Command. You'll then go into Command, into PieSync, click the edit button, and start doing exactly what the MailChimp said. So if this, then this. KW always wins. Create tag. If this, then this. And just go tag by tag and take your time. This doesn't have to be done today. Take your time. Get it right.
Just take off a little bit at a time, right? Just bit by bit. You don't have to solve everything in a day. Richard asked if we can print a list of our custom tags out of Command, which we can't currently.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
We can print that out of Google Contacts, but then we're asking them to make another connection in PieSync.
Correct.
That would be a fix, just so Richard knows, that would be a fix. That would also be a fix that you'd have to pay a few dollars a month for.
Yep.
So you could print screen them for now, which isn't a great set of data, but at least you literally have them written out in front of you.
That is so true. That is so true.
Sometimes it's simple, right? Copy the screen, print it, there they are.
There you are.
Well, Julia, I love this solution, as you know, because when I saw it, I was like, wow. And so thank you so much for showing it to everybody. You help provide some clarity for this.
Absolutely.
In a way to kind of attack our businesses together. So that way we keep moving forward, because we are prospecting based and marketing enhanced. So that still includes marketing.
That still includes marketing, and email marketing still to this day is the most effective form of marketing out there today. So if you're not email marketing, if you're not segregating and segmenting your contacts and how to contact them and when to contact them, that needs to be your first step, period, is going through your entire database and knowing exactly, we're calling it a data bank, right? The data bank. If you're not banking on that data, you're not making the money. So go through your database, find out who your clients are, tag them properly, then go through this entire process and make sure that you're segmenting those email campaigns. And again, MailChimp is still free if you send less than 12,000 emails a month. So this is great for starter agents and mid-range teams. Still a great solution.
Yes, it is. Well, Julia, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you for joining me.
Always.
Thank you for dealing with my apparently muffled microphone. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's right here. It sounds kind of muffled.
I don't know.
All right. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Thank you again so much, Julia.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.